すげえアナログやけどさ、これでこうくらいしかな。まあ一応こっちで取っとく。
どれぐらいの
これでさ、一旦やかしさ悪いよ、もう確実に。もう期待せんとってこの間にさ、別のリンクやからさ、ちょっと送ったから今。はい。録画も一応こっちだと。止血がね。
安定してきたので、それでやってて、まだ連絡はしてないです。連絡はつながりました。はい、今のところは大丈夫です。
なんでエラー乗ってるやろ。あ、こっちか。昨日もなんか、ごめん、違う URL 送ってみる。昨日もなんかあれやったもんね。いや、昨日もさ、ちょっと URL 共有で俺貼っちゃったから、こっち。 あ、わかったわかった。あ、もうちょっとあれ。あ、こっちだ。かな、今もう一回送る。
あ、これならいけた。
うん。
ダメかも。なんかダメ
キモいね。 まずイベント内容を知りたいな。
トマト使わないで。
それも、そこを本番始まったら一番に近いじゃん。
絶対めっちゃね、めっちゃインパクト大事にできる。
あ、ほど。次は始めます。わかりました。僕ちょっと午前もなので、空いてるのが12時からその3時っていうこの3時間しか空いてないんですよ。はい。すいません。よろしくお願いします。かな、もう一個の方送った。そうなんですね。17時、16時までだ、16時、15時までだったらです。15分ぐらいだったら多分いけると思います。一人であれば15分ぐらいだったら可能です。はい。はい。すいません、お願いします。はい。すいません。
おはよう。ピカチュウ。沖縄で出るから。本当にピカチュウ来てんだね。あ、おはようございます。でも私が使わない。使わない。Why? Like this? Yeah. Why? It's like the first contact with the model. Did you select the picture?
Good morning, everybody. Here are the very few early birds. Apparently, the reception party last night was a little too exciting. But we're here today, and I have my co-host today, which is fantastic. We will be hosting the conference today, Jasmine from yesterday, in a very different attire, and
Tony here. First time actually doing this kind of MC hosting. So
yep, I'm holding his hand through it all. It's wonderful. But yeah, we're really happy to be able to host you guys today. Honestly, thank you so much for getting up so early, you guys, because we've been up bright and early, putting our kimonos on, making sure we can present to you. We were hoping for a full house, but at least we have some people here, right?
I know we had a great time last night, so I understand.
I think hopefully there'll be a few more people walking in as we get on with the conference. But yeah, what was actually going on last night? I left really early, but I heard that it was a grand time.
It was crazy. How many of you actually went to the party last night? Oh, yeah.
All right.
Did you stay for the craziness? Or maybe, oh, you guys saw it. I just wanted to let you guys know that that's not the normal Japan, okay? Some people was like, is this normal in Japan? I'm like, hell no. It's not normal, so.
Yeah, hell no. I was there for the mirror guy, and then the shibari. That was a little bit.
Shibari is one of my favorite performances. It's beautiful and sexy at the same time, but yeah, it's really nice.
But yeah, it is actually like kind of sexual, often perceived, but it's an art, right?
It is
supposed to be very like traditionally like a beautiful performance.
Yeah. On the other hand, there was a guy who did a magic trick. Clearly, that is not art. I don't want you guys to misunderstand anything. Who saw the crazy magic? Like the suspicious guy. You guys missed it.
You didn't see the guy with the handkerchief? Really, even I was there for that. I was very much just like, I don't know where to look, y'all.
Well, as someone who went there and asked about it, I mean, I can't describe it on the stage, I think.
Yeah, let's leave that for a maybe off the stage conversation. But yeah, as we get the party started today, we just want to give you a few reminders of like what's in store and what kind of things to expect here today and tomorrow. So today is the last day here at the No-Gakudo Theatre, but we have countless panel discussions in store for you today. But we also have opened a art venue in the Artist Cafe. It's I'd say, what, a 10-minute walk from here?
Yes, 10-minute kimono walk. So maybe if you can walk a little faster, it might be even shorter.
Yeah. You leave here and go along the lake for a little bit, and then there's a little corner that you take towards the barbecue area, and that's the shortcut. But you can also look it up on Google Maps and have the official route. But yeah, grab any of the staff or any friends and explore the park. It's a lovely walkover, especially not in kimono when you can have proper steps forward. Anyway, so we also have the Lenovo booths, the sponsor booths, still in the area up front. Also serving free coffee and tea this morning as well. So feel free to have a drink or two. But friendly reminder: no food or drink in the auditorium. So we please appreciate your cooperation with this. So yeah, I think we have covered most things. Have I missed anything, Terry?
Don't think so.
Okay. Oh, for the program today, as mentioned, we have all panel discussions here, and then we also have panel discussions in the art venue. This is hosted by CU Asia. So they're doing a whole reunion there. So please feel free to check that out anytime today. And then tomorrow, there will be no content here. It would all be in the art venue, in the Artist Cafe. So please head over there, same time, bright and early. And yeah, that will be it for today. So for our first content, we have a panel discussion, right?
Yes. So let me introduce them. We will now have a panel discussion titled Global Digital Nomad Initiatives, where we all discuss community for digital nomads. In the panel discussion, we will explore the vital role that community plays in the digital nomad lifestyle. We will bring together diverse stakeholders to share their perspectives on how communities can support, empower, and connect digital nomads around the world. Okay, now let's welcome our speakers to the stage. Please give a warm round of applause for Gonzalo, Sergio, Maria, Uwe, and Akina.
So good morning, everyone. Ohayo gozaimasu. Ohayo gozaimasu. Can you say that? Ohayo. Ohayo gozaimasu. Perfect. So I am Akina, the co-host of COLIVE福岡 2024, and they are the beautiful panelists from around the world. Gonzalo is from Portugal, and Sergio is from Mexico, and Maria is from Montreal, Canada, and Uwe is from Austria. So today we would like to talk about community for digital nomads. And first, why are you guys in Japan?
Because you invited us.
Was expecting because we have community.
Because we have community, because you bring the whole team a beautiful community, and then you invited us to join the community.
Thank you. What about you?
Yeah, I would say it's in like community, like because last year I was here for the first week of Fukuoka, and we got to meet a lot of friends. Like we're coming back to see familiar faces here and there. It's all about the community. It's nice to be back.
Thank you for coming back. And Maria?
Yes, same. I really enjoyed last year in COLIVE Fukuoka. I do spend my winters in Japan already, so it's a 2-for-1 for me.
2-for-1. Uwe?
How can we say no when Rio and Akina invites us and puts up such an amazing show, and so many amazing people are coming. I'm super happy to be here. It's my first time in Fukuoka. I love it here. It's amazing. And Japan, I always say yes, of course.
Thank you so much for being in Fukuoka, Japan, and then joining COLIVE Fukuoka. So I would like to ask you the first question, which is, what exactly community is in one word?
Joy. It's one word. Why joy? Because like there are many people that want to be happy, and I think that's a fallacy. I think what we're looking is for a joyful life. And every time I'm surrounded by community, I don't have downs, I don't have peaks. I just have this joyful state of living. So I always try to optimize my life to be surrounded by community so I can be surrounded by joy.
That's a very good one word. So Gonzalo built this digital nomad village in Madeira Island, Portugal. Have you guys ever heard of Madeira Island, Portugal? Yes? Ooh, a lot, quite a lot.
That's why they pay me.
So he built this beautiful digital nomad village in Madeira Island, and then I actually spent his living called Banana House for 1 month. And then there is a beautiful community, and everything was in Slack. And there's like a 1-week meetup and Purple Friday at the pool hotel, 4-star hotel. That's how I get to know friends. And then that's how usually digital nomads travel around. So, Sergio.
Yeah, the question, for one word, I will say connection. Because community, it's all about like having this connection with people, and we have things that we share, either like the idea of traveling together, the idea of knowing a place, I mean, going back to COLIVE Fukuoka last year, it's the same. Like it was connection with people that almost like maybe 90% it was our first time in Japan. So we had this shared idea that hey, let's explore Japan. We don't know anything. We don't know the language. We don't know the food, delicious food, but we didn't know what we had. So when you have this thing that you share, it's so easy to connect with people, and that's why communities are made. There's always one thing, for example, the fitness thing, like having some share thing that they how do I say, like the same.
I call it social glue. This is something that connects us in a deeper level.
And that's the easiest way to connect to people, and that's how when you see them later, you're, oh, we did this together, we went to Japan together, and then you always remember that, and then you become friends forever.
I remember, I feel like all the digital nomads travel around the world because of the community. So people come to Fukuoka, Japan because there's a beautiful community, global community. That's why you guys decided to come to Japan. I remember Sojo has been a digital nomad almost 10 years, but never been to Japan. And then I was like, oh, how come? And then he loves Thailand so much. It's just like one more flight to come to Japan. And then he was telling me because there's a community. So I was like, oh, so what if I meet community? Then I can invite professional digital nomads to Japan. So here. Yeah.
So you're saying that it's my idea that you had this COLIVE Fukuoka.
Right.
No, but it's true. Like I forgot what I was gonna say.
But then, so after the COLIVE Fukuoka 2023 last year, actually, Sergio and I and then another guy, another digital nomad from United States, we all three spent 2 months together in Peru as a digital nomad, and we had this mini co-living things together. And then he was so good at finding community wherever he goes, in Lima, Peru, Cusco, Peru. So how do you usually find a good community?
Yes, it's a good question. I mean, first because I make YouTube videos of every city around the world, and yes, I do try to feature the digital nomad community wherever is possible. And if there's not, I will tell that on the video. But yeah, like sometimes there's not. For example, Lima, even though it has some nomads, there's not like a concrete digital nomad community. But there's like the travelers, because at the end we're still travelers. Just the main difference that we work. But we find like that there's like the Mundo Lingo, like these activities to have like language exchange, and that's kind of a way to connect to some locals or foreigners. But there's still this difference that some people ask you like, oh, how long you staying here? And you tell them a month, and like, how can you do it? And like a lot of those people don't know about digital nomadism, which we have a very different mindset. But yeah, sir, like it's all about like Googling, like there's one of the sponsors that I have is nomadlist.com is that they have like this future of having meetups, for example. And then if I, for example, search like Cusco, I go in Cusco, Peru, and search for Cusco digital nomads, and I found like this. I think it was a Facebook group. Like, there were some people in Cusco, but not many in Lima, And some like these places that they're not that common, they're actually growing slowly. There's an example. I was in San Cristobal in Mexico. There's this place, this beautiful place. Not many people know it, but I went there and our friend was a hostel. So I told him, hey, why don't you create a community? Like we need this now, and it's also benefit for him because he can bring people like to stay at his place. And we actually created this community. It's like if you search San Cristobal digital nomads, there's a community there. I am also an admin of the WhatsApp group and the Facebook group, and it's running. Like it's cool. Like they have meetups here and there.
Yeah. Usually we use like WhatsApp group or Facebook group or Slack or Discord or Nomad List. Do you guys know Nomad List? Not really.
There was one too.
Oh yeah, have you? Yes. Yeah. Nomad List is a website that you can check where to go for the destination, and then it has a lot of information. For example, the weather or price or how popular the city is. And then I think currently Tokyo is ranked as top 3 right now, surprisingly.
Yeah.
It's a nomad cruise effect.
Yeah, that's true. And there's the online communities like the Cruise and the Base and the co-living also, like remote year, Wi-Fi drive. But then there's a lot of options right now to find digital nomads all around the world, which is pretty cool.
So using those groups to find a community will help you a lot to make new friends wherever you go. And then one of my favorite co-living space is called Nomad Co-living in Montreal, Canada, which is run by Maria. So Maria has this beautiful co-living spaces in Montreal, Canada. So you made a very, very great global community in Montreal. I wonder, how did you make that global community? And also, what exactly is community for you in one word?
I'm not very good with rules. So
That's the key.
one word is very difficult. So for me, it's chosen family, I would say. So 2 words, not too bad. So digital nomad for me is freedom. So that would be way easier for me in one word. But digital nomad community for me is the people that you choose to have around you. So it lets you choose a community that have very close interest to yours. And yeah, you can pick and choose from a worldwide community, which is quite crazy, and choose them to be your community, and it's like a second family. So the co-living definitely became a second family for me. I've been to weddings, I've been to like very like cool events. We have a baby at the co-living. We now have co-living
My baby.
Yeah, local baby, we call the baby. Who's that? You want to know?
What was the baby made in the co-living?
Was it a community effort?
We are still looking for the file.
I would have to calculate it. I have to check the calendar, and I'll get back to you, Sergio. But almost. So they met at the co-living, and actually around COVID, so it's also COVID. Yeah, but they definitely become a family. And for me too, I immigrated in Canada. I'm not from there. And yeah, I have my close friend there, but also the co-living people became very close friends too.
Yeah, I remember at Maria's co-living space, I spent there almost 5 weeks, and then it has a private room, and there are about 20 rooms in total in each.
People.
20
So
people.
about 16 room in one co-living, but the other one is about 10 rooms.
But I remember like there are people from everywhere. Can you name some countries?
A lot. So obviously we have the usual, like we get a lot of Canadian actually. It's about half-half. So we have people who are, so they're Canadian, but a lot of them are immigrants. Some of them just arrived and they don't have a lot of friends. They work remotely. So we open to remote workers, not just digital nomads. But we also have a lot of people from Mexico, from Brazil, a lot of people from Brazil, Chile, a few from Chile, Spain, of course, Italy, Portugal, Portugal, what else? China, Japan. We had at any time this year we had someone from Japan, a different person from Japan coming. Taiwan, like it's really everywhere. We have people from Africa too. Yeah.
I think one of the cool things about her co-living, which I also stayed there, as well, one of my first visits to Montreal as a digital nomad. I think it was the first one actually.
Yeah, it was the first.
The first one, my first city guy with Montreal. I stayed in her co-living. It's exactly that. Like she's trying to also make locals stay there.
Yeah.
And it's this exchange because some of the co-livings that I've been, it's only foreigners, and you're like in this bubble. But then she tries to make a mix of locals and foreigners. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, really half-half. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I still remember the very first day I arrived at her place. Like, I know nothing about Montreal, but then a lot of warm-hearted people welcomed me, and then they taught me how to ride on the bicycle, where to go, where to eat, good restaurants, things to do in Canada. So when I get there, like I had 0 friends, but when I left there after 5 weeks, I had like 40 international friends, which is the community for digital nomads. And then I really liked her co-living space, so I highly recommend it. And thank you, Mario, for sharing. And I do believe that community is actually also for me, in one word, was like a home for me. Because like people tend to think that nomads are kind of homeless, but then community for me is like definitely a home that I feel, and then wherever I go through the community, I can find a new family. That's how I feel.
Nice.
Yeah. So, Ube, so what exactly is the community in one word?
For me, it's environment. So it's the environment we surround ourselves with. And this is when, like when kindred spirits meet, and from there, amazing things can happen. It's about the atmosphere, it's about the connection. And I always praise this sharing ability of our community. Like everybody wants to share, and this is one of the amazing things. And as we can see, like in Bansko, like especially at the Bansko Nomad Fest, like where this crazy atmosphere, it's a very vibrant atmosphere where people almost, like everybody has FOMO and runs around, and there's so many things happening at once. But nevertheless, like it is this inspiration that comes from that. Like you meet amazing people, you hang out, and I know people, they met in the morning and they had a business idea. And in the evening of the same day, they formed a group of 7 people, they formed a company, they had t-shirts printed, and they had a website online to sell tickets for the idea they developed in the morning. And this is the environment. And finding the right environment for you, finding the environment, the community where where you are excelled.
The shape, and then they just run into it like on the spot. Yeah, so environment, talking about Bansko Nomad Fest, how many of you have been to Bansko Nomad Fest? Quite a lot. Yes. So I kind of want to know when exactly, so Bansko Nomad Fest is one of the biggest digital nomad festival in the world, and the idea of COLIVE Fukuoka was actually inspired by living myself in Banana House in Portugal first, and then visited Bansko Nomad Fest, and then I was like, oh, how do I create this environment with joy for the new family, and then get connection to make a beautiful community for everyone who always wanted to come to Japan. But when was the Bansko Nomad Fest was created, and then how many people joined for the first year?
Yeah, and this is one of the things, as you just explained, Akina, like it's the inspiration that we draw this inspiration from these places, and then like community are built elsewhere and elsewhere, and this is the amazing thing about it. This is what I totally love. So I'm the co-founder of Co-working Bansko. Co-working Bansko was created in 2016, one of the most known and well-visited co-working spaces in Europe. And I remember it was very tough in the beginning, we had maybe 15 members or so, and it's very hard to have a community with only a few people. But within the course of 3 years, we grew the community of 15 members to 120 members a month, which was absolutely amazing and astonishing to see. But I think, like it's the surrounding, it's the mountain. We actually transformed this mountain community, this mountain space, this mountain village to something completely different. And now it's really a nomad, out of that, Bansko Nomad Fest actually was created. And the first was in 2019, I believe, and it was less than 100 people. And in the second year it was more, but really in 2021 this very thing came up to life where we had far more than 200 people. And last year we had more, or actually I have to say this year we had more than 700 people coming from 40 different countries plus. And yeah, it's just amazing. I mean, but as you know as yourself, like running a show is always, it's hard work, and it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of people. But then in the end, when you're there and when you live through this atmosphere, you know why you did it, and that we can reach so many people and inspire so many people to live this lifestyle and to inspire them to be the best version of themselves. This is something I'm really excited about, really.
So that was touching, sorry. Yes, hosting the COLIVE Fukuoka 2024 was very